Good morning and welcome to Animo News. Today's October 29th, 1962. I'm Evan Rivera.
And I'm Julie Menjivar. And today our topic is on the Cuban Missile Crisis that have caught fear into many American lives. In addition, there has been a process of tension between the two nations in the United States and the Soviet Union over the positioning of the nuclear missile in Cuba, in which we will head to our field reporter Daisy, who has more information on this drastic story.
Thank you, Evan and Jaylene. We are here right now at the White House where President Kennedy is giving his speech towards Cuba and the Soviet Union's action.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. Only last Thursday, as evidence of this rapid offensive buildup was already in my hand, Soviet Foreign Minister Gromyko told me in my office that he was instructed to make it clear once again, as he said his government had already done, that Soviet assistance to Cuba, and I quote, pursued solely the purpose of contributing to the defense capabilities of Cuba, unquote. That, and I quote him, training by Soviet specialists of Cuban nationals in handling defensive armaments was by no means offensive. And that if it were otherwise, Mr. Gromyko went on, the Soviet government would never become involved in rendering such assistance, unquote. That statement also was false. Acting therefore in the defense of our own security and of the entire Western Hemisphere, and under the authority entrusted to me by the Constitution, as endorsed by the resolution of the Congress, I have directed that the following initial steps be taken immediately. To halt this offensive buildup, a strict quarantine on all offensive military equipment under shipment to Cuba is being initiated. All ships of any kind bound for Cuba, from whatever nation or port, will, if found to contain cargoes of offensive weapons, be turned back. It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union. I call upon Chairman Khrushchev to halt and eliminate this clandestine, reckless, and provocative threat to world peace and to stable relations between our two nations. I call upon him further to abandon this course of world domination and to join in an historic effort to end the perilous arms race and to transform the history of man. Our goal is not the victory of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom here in this hemisphere, and we hope around the world. God willing, that goal will be achieved.
Rosa, what is your opinion about President Kennedy's speech about letting the USSR put missiles in Cuba?
Well, how I see it, I tend not to have any remorse to what's going on Cuba, because Cuba is close to the U.S., and for them to do that, well, I wish them good luck.
Back to you, Jaylene.
Oh, that's crazy. Can we really be going to war with another country?
I'm certain that we could, but we won't.
Yes, today, North Vietnam's President Ho Chi Minh sent out his military to invade South Vietnamese in order to spread communism and make Vietnam a communist country.
Thank you, Jaylene and Evan. Today we are here remembering the lives that have been taken away during the Vietnam War. During the time of imperialism, France took over Vietnam's goods. And so the leader of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, organized an army which was called the Viet Minh Army. And a year later, war broke out between France and the Viet Minh Army. And North Vietnam attacked South Vietnam to gain independence. And then the U.S. got involved, but then they lost because they got their soldiers back, and so South Vietnam, they became communist. Daniela, do you think it was right for the U.S. to get involved in the Vietnam War?
No, I don't think it was right for the U.S. to get involved in the Vietnam War because many soldiers were lost, including my husband, who left me widow. And now I've defended for myself and my kids to survive.
Thank you, Daniela, for that sad testimony. Now, let's head back to headquarters. Back to you.
I'm Jillian Hivad, and welcome to Animo News.
I'm Evan Rivera. Today is July 2nd, 1950, and we are live from Animo News headquarters, in which today we discuss the event of what is now occurring in North Korea. Live on the scene, our free reporter Daisy with more information.
We are live here at the 38th parallel, where North Korea has just invaded South Korea, which is south and north. The only news we have right now is that the leader of North Vietnam, Kim Jong-un, wanted to invade South because they wanted to spread communism and they wanted to feel superior over them. We are currently here with Sang Soo Sung. So Sue, tell me, what is your opinion about North Korea invading South Korea?
I feel very happy because North Korea will finally unite South Korea as one whole country.
Thank you. Back to you, Jaylene. Here you go.
Wait.
You have to be like, wow, like, who's Dad? Dad, come with Crystal.
Okay.
What do you mean who's dad? Her dad.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's crazy. Can we read?
Wait, hold on, I wasn't worried. Okay, go.
Wow, that's crazy. Can we read? I can't say that word.
Really?
Can we?
Really?
Can we really?
Oh, take it serious.
I can't say it. Can we really be going to?
Go get my bag.
We just get.
Yeah.
We
And my
get easy.
glasses.
You're supposed to. Well, thank you, Jay-Z. And now Jaylee.
Jay-Z? I'm not Jay-Z.
I'm not Tracy.
You were trying to say Jaylene and Daisy at the same time.
Just. Jay-Z. I got 99 problems, but this project ain't want to hit me.
Okay.
Alright.
South Korea.
To redo the party good.
I put South Korea.
Nigga, we're in Vietnam.
The Viet Minh Army signed a treaty dividing the country into communist North Korea. Oh crap, it's not Korea.